Hello!
Hello, AOS fans!
It's the Agents of Sigma!
And in this video, we're talking about Bladeborn. So Bladeborn, if you don't know, if you haven't seen our unboxing and battle report, you might want to go and see that. But Bladeborn is a small box game from Games Workshop. It's available in such places as, I think, GameStop in Germany, Barnes & Noble in the US, and game stores in the UK. And it's a standalone game that uses some of our beloved Warhammer Underworld's miniatures.
It does. It uses...
I just realised we stood that up. I've got painted miniatures in there.
There's painted miniatures there. So it does use some elements of Underworlds and some elements of Warcry. For anybody who has played either of those games, you can check out our videos. We do have some on Warcry and one or two on Underworlds as well. It
is a delightful mashup of the two. That's what I would say. A delightful mashup of two beloved games.
That's what I would say on the box. That's what it needs to say on there. Now, if you want to find out what's in the box and all the rest of it, then do go check out our unboxing video. If you want to see how the game plays, do go check out our battle report that we've done. But we're here to just talk about our feelings of this game and the mechanics of it. So, do you want to go first, Robin? Something you enjoyed about Bladeborn or didn't like?
Well, no, I'm not going to do that. No. What I was going to say was there's quite a lot of hype about this game, especially the Underworlds community, and I think it hits the sweet spot. I think people will love it.
I do. I really do love this game. I almost love this game more than Underworlds for one very specific reason. There's no cards. No decks.
Well, that's not true. There are cards.
But there are, but there's no deck building.
There's
no deck building.
It's just worrying me.
It's just worrying because
it's got possibly nerdy Rob's painted.
It does, yes. But one of the important things about this game is that obviously the box itself, we won't open it, but it does have little places where you can clip the models in, which is fantastic. But I think one of my favourite aspects of this game is that there's no deck building. You can just roll up, lay it all out. You can pick a warband, and you can get to playing with no hassle.
Absolutely. I mean, you're slightly limited on warbands. You can only play 6 chaos warbands.
Yeah.
But who needs more?
I mean, 6 gives you a lot of options straight out of the box.
Yeah.
And
they're not all in the box, having said that.
They're not. The rules for them are, all the rules and the cards for them are, but if you want the warbands, you will have to go and buy those. But I mean, any Underworlds player probably has most of them already.
Yeah. So you get Godsworn Hunt and Kagha's Ravagers in here, which are beautiful models. It's just really fun. It's balanced well. The Ravagers are much harder hitting, but cumbersome around the board.
Yep.
And the Godsworn Hunt have got the numbers, and they can zip all over to control objectives.
But they're like paper mache.
Paper mache, indeed. Yeah. A bit like the actual Underworlds game, except they're actually quite good.
Yeah. And there is a campaign system in here, so if there's you and a family member want to play this, maybe you want to get in some games or something over Christmas, but you want to somehow time together a bit, there is a campaign system in there to be able to do
cards that you can boost your fighters with and stuff like that. It's a little story you can put together, which is quite nice.
And much like
actually almost like a grudge match element. I was reading through it, where if you can get certain things which actually last until you actually win a campaign. So if you're fighting somebody who keeps beating you, you keep getting these things, and you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Just to really even things up a bit, and I like the fact that. The game itself, it does say on the box it's a 30-minute game, and I reckon that's probably the closest GW we've ever got.
Even we can get it in 45.
I mean, we played one game without recording it, and I reckon we did get it in 30 minutes because obviously the camera adds 30 minutes. But without that, we could definitely get a game of this in. I do like the fact as well that it's like Fireteam in that you have those mission cards, so every deployment's a bit different. Whilst you only have one board with 2 sides, your deployment zones within it can change game on game.
Absolutely.
This has a similar thing in it with Underworlds where you have the 4 activations and you can sometimes end up with less models, so you have that ability to not lose out by continually activating people, which is good. Yeah,
I quite like that. And Fireteam has that too, and it's quite unusual for GW. You can still do stuff when you've already operated. Actually, you can keep activating the same fighter. So if you've only got one fighter left, they can zip across the board and steal objectives. Another thing I like is that the way the objectives work, you can hold one and then move away from it, and you've still got it. Your opponent's got to come and get it.
Yes.
And it kind of means it's not just a case of you don't have to stay on it.
Yeah.
So you can think carefully about where you're placing.
You could potentially run around and claim loads of objectives. And I think in Fireteam there's a similar thing, whereas if you've only got one Marine left, that guy's just going to start rampaging around and shooting people and smashing people in the face and just doing loads of that.
So it almost sometimes you think, oh, actually don't want to kill that fighter
Yeah.
because then he's got
'Cause
two.
then this other
and
fighter's
you have to
gonna
use both.
Yeah.
And so
I also like the fact that whilst you only get 6 warbands in the box, you get all the rules.
2 warbands in the box.
Two warbands in the box, rules to play 6 warbands in the box. Whilst you only get that, and I say only because 6 is still a lot, they give you the rules as well to be able to play them in Warcry.
Yes.
So if you play Warcry,
Nice
you can
little
do that,
Warcry
which is
player.
a nice little addition there. But I mean, I would really love to see GW do the rules for the other Underworlds warbands for this. If nothing else, just the other Chaos ones, or maybe just the Destruction ones or something. But
I could definitely hold more warband. Yeah, you could definitely.
I can't see how it wouldn't take much, would
You
it?
definitely. I mean, they put them in Warcry, but I mean, the Stormcast Eternals turning up in Bladeborn, pretty cool.
Exactly.
Pretty
So
cool.
I think that would be fantastic. The only downside for me, I mean, to be honest, I haven't got a downside for this game.
There you go. I think it has quite a lot of tactical depth for a box this size in a game. You know, for a game that takes as long as it does. I guess probably if you wanted to play it a lot, you might wear it out.
Possibly.
But you have got quite a lot of variation because you've got all the campaign variations, you've got the different missions, there were twist cards.
Yeah, the twist cards can change things
stuff. So each game will be different. But I guess they would also be similar, if you see what I mean.
There would be some similarity there, and I guess once you play a one warband for a while, you're going to get used to, okay, I'm going to have a set formation. But you're going to get that with almost any game, I think. Even in Underworlds, you get your deck of cards built right, and you just do the same thing. It just becomes set pieces.
It's only the deck. It's only the meta changing that changes the way you
Exactly.
play, I think. It really Underworlds. And I think that's why people get so het up about it. There's not being enough new cards all the time because actually
Could be. Things get a bit stale or something.
Yeah, which is odd because I often say games like chess, the meta doesn't change, but except it does. But you know the actual rules and things and the pieces to your ability to stay throughout. This isn't going to be as long lasting as chess, but I think I reckon
you could play this for absolutely ages.
It is more akin to chess than most GW games.
Yeah. I think if they released the other warbands from Underworlds in this, then this is a game for life. As it is, just with the 6 warbands, there's still tons of playability in here. And if someone was looking for a board game, I would suggest this over Underworlds in a heartbeat to almost anybody.
For a board game, certainly I would too.
Yeah.
And for beginners, it's ages 12 plus, which I think is probably about the same as Underworld.
Yeah.
But this is just, it's a bit more fun, and you can, you need to go and get the other miniatures, but you could use proxies.
Yep.
But you don't need to buy in any more stuff. It's all here.
That's it. You've got it all in that box.
It's all here, as long as you've got the minis.
So, I mean, overall, I'm still struggling to think of a bad thing to say about this game. If you like deck building, obviously this is not the game for you. But even if you
like Monopoly, not the game for you.
Exactly, yeah. But I mean, for somebody like us in your 40s, you've got kids getting old enough that you want to try and start exposing them to this world of fancy gaming and start getting them hooked on the plastic crack. This game really helps players who are really low on time, who can't sit there and deck build for hours on end and pour through it and stuff. This game is, I think this is the promised game.
It doesn't take long to set up. And another thing that's important with playing with kids is that the action is straight in.
Yeah.
Straight in. You set up and you first
run across the board, smash in the face.
Well, pretty much. I mean, the Ravagers literally have an ability which allows them to teleport pretty much anywhere on the board.
Yeah.
Which they can use almost first turn.
Yeah.
And so that.
But there's no auto win though, because if you do that, then you're in a position where you've suddenly got someone who could get swamped by people and get battered.
Yes, but I just meant the action happens straight away. Like you can say, let's play Warhammer 40,000, and you set up for 2 hours.
3 hours later, you finally get to roll a dice and go, I didn't kill someone.
Yeah.
In this, it's just there straight away, and you're doing damage. There's no save rolls. It's just I roll this many dice. These ones have hit and done 7 damage.
Yeah.
Bang, that's it, done. There's no I've got to roll a hit, then I've got to roll a wound, then you get to roll a save, then you get an invulnerable save, and it's very much like Warcry in that respect. It's just roll dice, roll dice, roll.
It has all that immediate access that Warcry has.
Yeah.
But without the big board and the terrain and the measuring and all the complicated line of sight rules and things.
Yeah.
It's just hexes. Most there are line of sight rules because there's your blocks bit, but it's much easier to work out. Because it's hexes, it's really quick.
And because it's using the Underworld's warbands, it kind of still feels a little bit like playing Underworlds. So if you do like Underworlds, I reckon this is a game you should check out as well.
Definitely. I would definitely agree with that. We've probably rambled on for far too long.
When we've basically been saying exactly the same thing all along, which is this is a great game.
It's a really good game.
You should definitely play it.
I'm not sure whether it's better than Fireteam or not. It depends on your
fancy or sci-fi leanings.
The games of Fireteam we had felt a little bit more tactical. This feels a little bit more just like running hell for leather, sling the dice.
Could be, but that could be the Warbones that we've got.
It could exactly be that. But I think they're both great games, and I would recommend them.
Yeah.
I would almost recommend them over Kill Team and Underworld.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely rate both of these games above Kill Team easily.
Yeah, and I also would definitely rather play this than Warcry.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I think, like I said at the start, I would rather play this than Underworlds.
So there you go.
So there's
the jury's out for me on that one, but I certainly would rather deck build for this than Underworld.
It's much faster.
Yeah.
So there you go. There is our feedback on Bladeborn. Do check out the battle report if you haven't. Do check out the unboxing video if you want to see what's in there. Do like, subscribe, ring the bell so you can see other videos as we release them. Let us know if you've got any questions. The rules are available online. You can find it all out online.
It's part of the Age of Sigmar website, I think.
Which is another thing GW started doing with these little small box games, which is fantastic. They put the rules online, you can get to them straight away.
Yeah.
Do let us know if you've got any questions, and do let us know if you'd like to see other games of this on the channel, and if so, who you'd like to see us playing.
I'd like to see Reavers versus Eyes, please.
Ooh, well, maybe we'll do that then.
Yeah.
But only because it's you.
Fair enough.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. Do let us know in the comments below anything else you'd like to see us cover on the channel, and we'll see you soon on the Agents of Sigmar.